But let's go ahead and move on to this final topic of the day. Yes. We got some more toxic fans that are butthurt because things just don't turn out their way and they're disgusting and they just need to be thwarted from every which way. Got this report right here. The final topic of the day: Black Widow writer gets hate. Black Widow writer is getting hate mail for Taskmaster twist. I mean, my goodness, I was disappointed too, but it ain't that serious, y'all. It ain't that serious. And guys, if you're watching this in the live or on the replay, there's a link down to this article down in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And please let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But Larry, I'm coming to you first. And it says Black Widow finally hits theaters and Disney Plus premiere access this last week, and it's been pretty successful. It just goes on to say that people were not really a fan of the twist that, you know, this was not a Tony Masters. It was Dreykov's daughter, spoilers for Black Widow, that ended up being the Taskmaster villain of the film. And so the writer of this unfortunately got some ugly mail. And I got this first quote right here. I got one. I made the mistake of looking in direct messages requests, and someone says I can't read that because of my logo to be out of line, but Taskmaster was the biggest betrayal of my life. I got mad for a second. Then I was like, well, you've had a pretty good life then. And if that's the worst thing that's ever happened to you, then you should be psyched because someone in a movie wasn't who you wanted them to be, Pearson shared. Taskmaster was going to be involved, and there was versions before I came to that was Tony Masters, Pearson explained. I kept thinking, I was like, can this guy somehow not be a goon because Dreykov in the Red Room is a thing that tied into Natasha's personally and her past of giant nefarious that, as we learned, the spy station that is circling the globe in this atmosphere. Why is this guy like, why is there this guy? Why would this guy be an arm of them? That's what I kept saying to be. Trust me, I look very, very far for how we got to this Tony Masters guy, believability, being an agent of the Red Room, and then just learn more towards other things were making sense. Other parts of the puzzle were adding up. I think I butchered that quote, but that's okay. My thing after all that, it's like, why even put him in the movie then if you're gonna do all of that? But anyway, and I chose this topic before actually reading the article, and it says hate mail, and I'm like, you only got one direct message, you know? Like, okay, I thought that threatened your life. But anyway, Larry, how you feeling about all this, man? How you feeling?
Man, when I saw this, I thought to myself, somebody summed it up in the comments. They said the incels are pissed, and and that is kind of it. It's like there's a whole bunch of people that just have nothing better to do with their lives, and they get upset about the silliest things, talking about they've never felt so betrayed. I was thinking to myself, wow, you really have a fantastic life. Yeah. If this is the most extreme level of betrayal you've ever experienced, then good on you and your parents for raising you in a bubble. Well, maybe not good on them for raising you in a bubble, but I mean, you obviously have never experienced any real betrayal. I just think when you look at Black Widow and all the issues that one could have with that movie, they chose that to really be upset about. Just like, there are other things to be upset about besides that. Like, we just really didn't get to see what happened to her in the Red Room. We have a standalone movie, and I don't feel like we really got any good background on her. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like they just sort of jumped in, got her sister, did a prison break, had a family reunion at a cabin in the woods.
Side mission.
Yeah, it's like the movie about her. Yeah. Tell us about her. And it's just like no one even wants to talk about that. Like, we didn't really get to see her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Black Widow sucked. I'm not saying that, because the action was fantastic. But the story kind of sucked. You know? The story was not that great. And I'm not even gonna spend energy thinking about what cameo popped up or didn't pop up, or who didn't do enough with whatever cameo. Forget about the cameos. They should have just given us more Black Widow. You know, I mean, this whole movie, I mean, I ended up caring more about, you know, her sister than her, because they spent more character. They gave us more character development on the sister, which is, I guess, what they wanted, since they were going to kill off Natasha anyways and let her sister sort of take over. But damn, if you're going to kill the character off, at least give us everything we wanted with her before you take her out. You know?
Yeah.
Elliot, what you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, male or female, with the Taskmaster reveal, the character was poorly executed, in my opinion. Even taking away my fandom of the character in the comics is just, like you mentioned, I honestly don't know why the Taskmaster was really in the film at all. They literally had no speaking. The actress that played the Taskmaster had, I think, one line the entire film, and was only in, what, 2-3 scenes, or maybe 4 scenes if you include the chase sequence. But I don't really understand. Now, being all that said, hate mail is stupid. You know, who cares?
Right.
If you don't like a character, why are you? That really shows you, you know, a level of hate. You're writing a letter to send. That's, you know, that's old school there. But putting that aside, in regards to just the character itself, I thought it was a waste of character. I don't even know if we'll ever even see this character again in MCU based on the film, how the character ended, snapped out of its mind control. And I don't know why would they go back to being a villain or anti-villain based on, you know, how the film ended. But like I said, just based on the topic at hand, the writer getting one letter, hate mail, is stupid. It's a waste of time, and you can do something better with your, you know, with your use of time. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of the character, though. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the weakest part, one of the weakest elements of the film.
Yeah, and like I said, the hate mail is stupid as hell. You know, that's just ridiculous. That shouldn't take place at all. But I was saying to myself that you know, it just shouldn't have been in the movie at all. I don't understand that. Marvel knows better. You know, with the Mandarin that happened with Iron Man 3, that they shouldn't be doing things like this.
Yeah.
You know, but most importantly, that, like, I wish that we could track, you know, when people do stuff like this and put them in jail, put them in prison, or something.
Why?
No, man, like, it's
Come
just,
on, man. It's
no,
not that serious.
Put them in jail.
Yeah, or something, man. Just, you know, I don't know. Not maybe okay. Prison is
a fine, maybe a fine.
No. If you're threatening somebody's life, like, I'm going to kill you and do this and that, then
you're talking about the people that are threatened. I thought you were saying when the producers who put out these random cameos. Come on, man. I agree with you. The people threatening on the, you know, the keyboard warriors, there needs to be some there needs to be some consequences.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. One sec. Thought my phone was plugged up and I got 4% here, but yeah, that's horrible. You know, it's not as bad as Rupert. Was it Rupert Wyatt? Is that his name that got the death threats and stuff? I don't think it was as bad as that, but I don't condone this at all. That's ridiculous right there. So no hate mail. You'll get. I'm not worried about it because I was going into this movie with my expectations super low for Taskmaster. So again, I think I told you that, Elliot.
Yeah,
I wasn't disappointed, and we can still. And I have high because we can still get another Taskmaster. Okay, we can still have Tony Masters or whatever his name is come later on in the MCU easily. You know, and so we can just say that Dreykov heard about the real Tony Masters and wanted to mimic his. He wanted that power and created a computerized version of it and put it in his daughter.
What did Loki show us is a variant version of
so it's all good. But guys, that right there is the last topic. What's up, Blair?
I just have since I was thinking about this whole multiverse thing, I just have a question that's off topic a bit, but since you could bring characters back in from other multiverses, does that mean that Deadpool can get his wife back? And if he does, is he still going to have the same sort of ferocity to do what he does?
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Deadpool 2, he brought her back. Didn't he? Went back in time. He got Cable's time travel and brought Vanessa back, or fixed all the stuff from the film in the post credits.
I don't even remember Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it was sort of he did, but yeah, I'm not clear. I know because that was like at the very end where they did they went through it very quickly. And it was unclear if she's actually back. So,
no, but I think to your point, though, Larry, I think that what Loki did, it will open up the portal for Deadpool and the X-Men. I think that's how they're going to explain where X-Men have been this whole time, where the Fantastic Four has been the whole time. They've been on another multiverse. So,
well,